Hello, dear students. Till now, under the special coaching program, we used to conduct lectures in our colleges. But amid pandemic, we are now conducting expert guest lecture series 2021 online. The main aim of this series is to motivate, inspire, and guide you about the HSC board exam. So, I, Mrs. Rajashri Naik, welcomes you on expert guest lecture series organized by Gokhale Education Society's Central Coordination Committee. So, in today's lecture, we are going to cover these points about the change in syllabus, unit-wise distribution of marks, question-wise distribution of marks, annual evaluation pattern, structure of internal question paper, proposed question paper pattern, and detailed explanation of paper pattern. Now, about the change in syllabus. All of you know very well that in this academic year, there is a change in syllabus and pattern of question paper. The units in the syllabus are innovative and have practical application. They are selected without disturbing the basic principles and goals of education. Innovative exercises at the end of each unit will motivate you to prepare for the competitive examinations in future. Now, let us see unit-wise distribution of marks. First unit, Introduction to Micro and Macroeconomics. Total marks 7. Marks with option 10. Chapter number 2, Utility Analysis. Total marks 7. Marks with option 10. Chapter number 3A, Demand Analysis. Total marks 8. Marks with option 12. 3B, Elasticity of Demand. Total marks 8. Marks with option 12. Chapter number 4, Supply Analysis. Total marks 7. Marks with option 10. Chapter number 5, Forms of Market. Total marks 7. Marks with option 10. Chapter number 6, Index Numbers. Total marks 8. Marks with option 11. Chapter number 7, National Income. Total marks 8. Marks with option 12. Chapter number 8, Public Finance in India. Total marks 8. Marks with option 12. Chapter number 9, Money Market and Capital Market. Total marks 8. Marks with option 11. And chapter number 10, Foreign Trade in India. Total marks 4 and marks with option 6. So total marks 80 and marks with option 116. And now question-wise distribution of marks. Types of question, net marks, marks with option and percentage. In types of question, objective, net marks 20, marks with option 20, percentage 25. Very short questions, net marks 12, marks with option 20, percentage 15. Short answer, net marks 32, marks with option 52, percentage 40. And long answer, net marks 16, marks with option 24 and percentage 20. So total net marks 80, marks with option 116 and percentage 100. Now let us see annual evaluation pattern. HSC board exam, marks 80, time 3 hours, and application based test for board, marks 20, time 1 hour. There are 80 marks for written paper, which will conducted by board, and 20 marks for internal exam, means application based test, which will conducted by our college. Now, the structure of internal question paper. Application based test pattern, marks 20, time 1 hour. See the question type. Number 1, choose the correct option, 4 marks. Second, find the odd word, 4 marks. Third, complete the correlation, 4 marks. Fourth, give economic term, 4 marks. And question number 5, study the following situations and express your opinion, situation 1 and situation 2. 2 marks for each situation. So total marks here 4. So total marks 20. So any 4 parameters for objective questions will be used in this application based test pattern. Now let us see the proposed question paper pattern. Time 3 hours, marks 80. Okay, so nature of question. Question number 1. From the following types of sub questions, any 4 will be asked. Number 1, choose the correct option. Number 2, complete the correlation. Number 3, give economic term. Number 4, find the odd word out. Number 5, complete the following statements. Number 6, choose the wrong pair. Number 7, assertion and reasoning questions. Number 8, identify the right group of pairs from the given option. And every sub question carried 5 marks here. So total marks 20. Now the most important, in our textbook, parameters of objectives are given. Out of them, any 4 parameter will be asked in the board exam. Out of these 8 parameters, parameter number 6 and parameter number 8 will be asked under the heading of question number 1A, choose the correct option. Then question number 2A, identify and explain the concept. Any 3, 6 marks. Question number 2B, distinguish between. Any 3, 6 marks. Means each question carried here 2 marks. Question number 3, answer the following questions. Any 3, 12 marks. Means each question carried 4 marks. Question number 4, state with reasons whether you agree or disagree with the following statements. Any 3, 12 marks. Means each question carried 4 marks. Question number 5, study the following table, figure, passage and answer the questions given below it. Here any 2, 8 marks. Means again each question carried 4 marks. And the last question, question number 6, answer in detail any 2, 16 marks. Means each question carried 8 marks. So total marks 80 with option 116. Now let us look upon the detailed explanation about how to write the answers of objective questions and some new questions. Question number 1A, choose the correct option, 5 marks. See the statement. The point after which a rational consumer should stop his consumption. A, point of dissatisfaction. B, point of utility. C, point of satiety. And D, point of maximity. Now see the options. Number 1, A and D. Number 2, A, B and D. Number 3, only C. And number 4, A and B. Now what is the answer here? Only C, point of satiety. But don't write as only C. Write the answer in the option only C. Now how to write the answer? 3, only C, point of satiety. Okay. Then question number 1B. Complete the correlation. 1 mark for each correct answer. 5 marks. Dash, wealth tax, indirect tax, GST. So goods and services tax is the example of indirect tax and wealth tax is the example of direct tax. So what is the correct answer here? Direct tax. Then question number 1C. Give economic term. 1 mark for each correct answer. Total 5 marks. A desire which is backed by willingness to purchase and ability to pay. What is the correct answer? Demand. So no need to write the complete statement again. Just write the answer in this way only. Answer demand. Then question number 1D. Find the odd word out. 1 mark for each correct answer. Total marks 5. Features of perfect competition. Many buyers, few sellers, price taker and no transport cost. What is the answer? Few sellers. So the few sellers is the odd word because few sellers is the feature of oligopoly. And the rest of other features, that is many buyers, price taker, no transport cost, are the features of perfect competition. So write the answer in this way, few sellers. Then 1E, complete the following statements. 1 mark for each correct answer, 5 marks. See the statement. While estimating national income, we include only value of final goods and services in order to dash. A. Make computation easier. B. Avoid double counting. C. Maximize national welfare of the people. And D. Evaluate the total economic performance of a nation. Now, what is the correct answer here? B. Avoid double counting. Again, no need to write the complete statement again. Just write the answer in this way. Answer B. Avoid double counting. Because in the final product, the values of intermediate goods are already included. Now, assertion and reasoning questions. 1 mark for each correct answer. Total marks 5. See the question. Assertion is given here. Import trade leads to inflow of goods to home country. And reasoning statement, import trade is a type of internal trade. Now, first of all, you have to find out it whether both are true or false. Now, see the option. A is true, but R is false. B, A is false, but R is true. C, both A and R are true, but and R is the correct explanation of A. And D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. What is the right answer here? Answer A. A is true, but R is false. But again, remember here, don't write as only A. Write the answer in the option A. Answer A. A is true, but R is false. Now, most important note. Choose the wrong pair and identify the right group of pairs from the given option. The above mentioned type of sub-questions will be asked under the headings of question number 1A. Choose the correct option. Now, question number 2A. Identify and explain the concept. Any 3, 2 marks for each correct answer. 1 mark for identification of the concept and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. So total marks here 6. So see the sample question with answer. Through public distribution system, rationing shops distribute goods to poor people. Now answer, concept efficiency in consumption. Explanation, efficiency in consumption means distribution of produce goods and services to the people for consumption for having maximum satisfaction. Public distribution system is developed specially to help economically weaker section of society to satisfy their consumption. Hence, this illustration relates to the concept of efficiency in consumption as rationing shops provide subsidize food and non-food items to below poverty line people. Now here you had to identify the concept first and then you had to give or write the explanation of the concept. While explaining the concept, give the meaning of the concept first and then write the relation between the concept and the above statement or how the above illustration is related to the concept. Now question number 2b, distinguish between any three. 2 marks for each correct pair, 1 mark for meaning and 1 mark for explanation of difference. So total marks here 6. First question, stock and supply. Here first point must be about definition or meaning of the concept and second point must be about difference between the concept. Second question, relatively elastic demand and relatively inelastic demand. Answer, meaning, difference and diagram. So draw the diagram here. The questions which contains diagram, in such question draw the diagram without fail because including diagram in your questions carry more weight. In this question, write only 2 to 3 points of differences. Question number 3. Answer the following questions. Any 3. 4 marks for each correct answer. Total marks 12. See the sample question. Explain any 4 features of microeconomics. See the answer points. Explanation of features of microeconomics, meaning of microeconomics, study of individual units, price theory, partial equilibrium, based on certain assumptions, slicing method, use of marginalism principle, analysis of market structure, and limited scope. So any 4 features are expected here. Now here I have given the headings of each feature and you have to explain any 4 of them. And most important, you have to write the meaning of microeconomics first and then explain its features. Question number 4. State with reasons whether you agree or disagree with the following statements. Any 3. 4 marks for each correct answer. 1 mark for writing agree or disagree and 3 marks for correct reasons. So total marks 12. See the sample question. There is no significance of index numbers in economics. Answer, I disagree with the above statement. And see the answer points. Framing suitable policies, studies, trends and tendencies, forecasting about future economic activity, measurement of inflation, useful to present financial data in real terms. In this question, it is very important that do not write true or false words instead of agree or disagree. Do not write true or false words instead of agree or disagree. 80% students make the same mistake. They write the answer like the statement is true or the statement is false. So avoid this mistake. Use proper words which is already given in the title of the question. So write the answers in a proper manner like I agree with the above statement or I disagree with the above statement. And why do you agree with the statement? Give the reasons. Or why do you disagree with the statement? Give the reasons. Question number 5. Study the following table, figure, passage and answer the questions given below it. Any 2, 4 marks for each correct answer. Total marks 8. Question number 6. Answer in detail. Any 2, 8 marks for each correct answer. Total marks 16. See the question. State and explain the law of demand with exceptions. And now see the steps. introduction, statement, schedule, diagram, explanation. Now here, explanation of schedule and explanation of diagram. Then assumptions, only headings, 5 marks. And for exceptions, 3 marks. You have to mention the assumptions of only headings because it is actually in this question is not asked, but still compulsorily you have to mention the assumptions here because law of demand is based on the assumptions, or we can say that assumptions are integral part of law of demand, and that is why you have to mention the assumptions only in the form of only headings. And suppose if there will be a question like explain the law of demand with assumptions, okay, so at that time explain the assumptions in detail and give the only headings of exceptions. So the same principle is applicable for law of supply and law of DMU too. So this is all about the paper pattern and its detailed explanation. In the next video, that is lecture number 2, we will discuss about HSC exam preparation tips, ideal paper presentation tips, and about time management. Till then, have a great time. Thank you.